So I didn't want to talk about this topic until I got more information. Rajaee Black, this man who killed his pregnant ex-girlfriend and his ex-wife, the mother of his children, and then himself. And when that story initially come out, I saw a lot of men like saying, see, because he was on his live and he said, don't be lying on people or men or whatever. And a lot of men interpret this as the ex-wife, lied about him molesting his children. But I was reading a lot of, different news articles, and I never saw anything about an accusation of molesting kids, unless I missed it. So I didn't know where that was coming from. To me, I thought he was mentioning like lying about domestic abuse, because there has been charges towards him that he was abusive towards her, but the charges were dropped. And likewise, he said there was charges against her, the ex-wife, and it was dropped. So it seemed like they had like a toxic relationship where they were very violent towards each other. And I know there's women who are abusive and hit men. Sorry about that noise. That do that. I know that exists. And I don't know if that was the case, but they were volatile, where they're pressing charges against each other because they had a toxic relationship. And I think it came to a point or a level where this woman was like, listen, and maybe he was like, he got to the point where he was like, he started to threaten her, like, listen, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to murk you. And she was like, yeah, this relationship ain't gonna work out. We need to call this quits. No. And that was it. And they divorced or whatever. That's my opinion. I don't know. Just my opinion. So a lot of men were using this tragedy, this guy killing these women as like, I almost like a threat. Like, see, ladies, this is what you will get too if you mess with a man's emotions. And I'm like, that's what y'all saw? I saw this. These are toxic people who should not have been together in the first place. And since men claim they're not emotional, but I think they're like, their emotions is like volatile. Like if they get upset, it's to the point where they're gonna kill you. A woman gets upset, oh my gosh, get out of my face, get out of my face. I'm gonna kill you. She's like, okay, we gonna stop this relationship. We gonna stop this right now. So they were like, oh, she accused him of molestation, but you didn't see anything like that. I think it's domestic abuse. And he had a long standing custody battle, but we're not even clear about that. What was he fighting for? Because when he killed his children's mother, they were in his car. They were sitting in his car while he was killing their mother. So he had custody to some degree, maybe visitations, maybe, and it was unsupervised. There was nobody else in the car. It was just his kids. So he was able to have his kids on his own. So what was he fighting for exactly? Joint custody? Full custody? That's not clear. But he was able to see his kids. It's not like he couldn't see his kids at all. But I guess maybe the amount of time to see his kids, that's what he was fighting for, I guess. But because of this whole domestic abuse thing, and she was filing a restraining order because I guess he probably started threatening her. Obviously, it was founded because he done killed her. So he was probably threatened to kill her because on the tape he was like, today's the day. He probably told her like, one day I'm going to get you. And he got her, But what triggered it was his ex-girlfriend who was pregnant. And he said they got into an argument and said, you know what? You ain't going to see your kids either or something. Or that's what he claimed. Men believed everything he said on that Instagram live. They said whatever he said on that live was the God honest truth. God honest truth. That's why they're on his side. So according to him, they argued and she said, oh, you're not going to see your kids either. But you don't know, what was that argument about? Because of his ex-wife and him, it was domestic violence between them. Like, what was that argument? Was it physical as well? And she was like, what the hell? No way. I'm pregnant and we're having this kind of altercation. Of course, I'm just assuming. I don't know, but it might have been it might have been like him and his ex-wife where violence was involved and she's pregnant and she's like freaking out like, hell no, you're not going to be around me and my baby. I'm not going to have that same kind of life like you had with your ex-wife. You guys were fighting and hitting each other. I'm not doing that. Hell no. And he was like, what, bitch? Pow. Sorry, nah, sorry. I'm just like, not to disrespect Tara and Wendy. Rest in peace. But this, of course, is me assuming things. Like, but a lot of men just saw his Instagram and saw him as a victim. Poor him. He was probably a good man. And these evil women just wanted to, I don't know, lie on him for no reason whatsoever. He wasn't violent or anything. But it happened to women, don't want to be with him no more. But no, he's not the problem. They are. Like when you see a woman, they say a woman, she can't have good relationships with men. They will say it's you. There may be a problem with you. But if a man can have a good relationships with women, oh, it's not him. It's the women. He's never the problem. And I find that interesting. I find that kind of, I'm going to be honest. I'll be biased. I'll listen to women more than men, but I will still listen to both sides and think about it, but men don't say that. Like, men are innocent, whatever. Like, I don't know. When, ladies, if you are in a relationship with a man and you have children together, children need their fathers, even if you don't like the guy, but he's good with the kids and the kids love him, definitely you should let the children be with their father. Some people in these spaces said there's a court system that did this poor man wrong. And I don't know where people, you don't even have the whole story. What kind of custody his kids were in the car while he was killing their mother. He was able to see them to some capacity. He just wanted more. But maybe because of the domestic violence charges, there was an issue. I don't know. I didn't even want to do this now because I said there's still too much of the story that's unknown, But a lot of men are just yo, this is I feel like it's a threat to women. Ladies, this is what happens when you get a man upset. He was because he was an educated lane. He was he had a good job. All of them had a good job. He's not a Pookie or Ray Ray. This is the kind of man women should go for, and they did. But still, there's domestic violence charges against each. I don't know. There's more to this story that we're not missing, but a lot of men just take this guy's side and tell women, ladies, this is what you get if you don't, if you make us mad. And I'm like, what? Really? This man was a monster. He killed 2 women and he killed his unborn child. And he's the victim? And you don't even know the full story. He had his kids. The kids were in the car, so he was able to see his kids. These are women of 2 different races. And both were like, hell no, I don't want you around my kids. And nobody sees there might be a reason for that. Maybe he's not as innocent as you guys think. He's just a good, healthcare worker. And these women just, you know what? I don't like you. You're not going to see your children just because. And that's what these men are saying. These women just, for no reason whatsoever. They're filing domestic charges against him. Dude had a gun. I don't know. There's more to this story, but I just feel like a lot of men is like, wow, this is what you get, ladies. It's like a threat. And I'm like, damn, I'm not, I ain't going to date no man up in these circles if they feel like this was okay. See, ladies? See what? See a psychopath killing 2 women and his unborn child and leaving his children in the car while he kills their mother, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? Because he said don't lie on, and just because he said it, it's true. Oh, don't lie on these men. Oh, he's in it. I don't know. If more comes out about this story, I'll say more about it. But when I see a lot of these guys in these spaces talking about it, like, this is a lesson to women. Women, pay attention. Pay attention. This is what happens. Like, I get if a woman lies, that's no good. That's not right. It's not a justification to kill somebody. No. But there's more to this story. Y'all acting like this man didn't, like, you assume he didn't do nothing to any of these women. 2 different races, by the way. So don't pull the whole black card. 2 different women. This Asian woman said, whatever argument they had, something in her triggered, like, oh my gosh, I see why. And nobody, no. Listen, I'm just making assumptions too. Maybe I'm just as bad as the men who are making assumptions about the women. Maybe I'm as bad making assumptions about him, but we don't know the full story. So when men out here like, ladies see, to me that's scary. You're threatening women, like, this is what will happen to you. Are you all capable of? Well, maybe all men are. Maybe everyone's capable of just killing when they don't get their way, I guess. I don't know. I went on long enough, but yeah, if I hear anything else about this story, I might make another random comment on it or so. But ladies, be careful of men who said, like, look at you in their face and say, you see what happened to those ladies that disrespected that man? That can be you too. Stay away from those kind of men.